Hi everyone, welcome back to Encounter Encouragement. Tonight's video is sponsored by the letter G, and the title tonight is Goodness and Grace. Now, I didn't really overly prepare for this one because just a few minutes ago it suddenly came to me. I'd been thinking of G words for a few days, and in the last minute, I saw something on TV that really made me think about goodness and grace. And I know that we're all hunkered down during this Wuhan virus business, and we're sheltering in place, and we're quarantining, and whatever you want to call it. I am grateful because I get to get out 2 days a week and work. It's not easy to work and keep that mask on. That is annoying. I give it up to those who do that every day, multiple hours a day, because that's tough. It's hot. It's annoying. But I also find that I'm, off work 5 days a week, and it's difficult. And a lot of people are in the same boat, but 7 days a week. And so I have to be grateful for those 2 days out. But for the rest of the people, and even for me with my 5 days, I think about what good is coming out of this virus. And believe it or not, there is good coming out of this situation. God works all things perfectly for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And he can take something that is intended as a negative and he can turn it into a positive. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Ask Joseph, he'll tell you all about that. Thinking about that, what good has come of it? Well, a lot of people are getting closer with their families. They're having conversations with their families that they didn't have time to before. Oh, I'm busy, I'm tired, I'm at work, whatever the excuse was. Now they have time. They're at home, they're playing games, they're going for walks together. They are doing things that they had never done together in a long, long time, if ever. And so they're getting that relationship that they didn't have before. A lot of people talk about how social media, the cell phone, supposed to connect people together, but yet it was dividing people so far apart because it was all, ooh, text me, ooh, and they were so focused on their phones that they forgot that there were really people on the other side of those phones, or people right in their presence that they were ignoring. So now people are actually looking to these different video chats in order to have a conversation with someone that, they just don't feel the same about doing it by text anymore. Let's look at the earth. Rivers are cleaning up. Smog is clearing out. The air is cleaning up. We are getting freer air from air pollution is going down. There's fewer cars on the roads, so those who do have to drive, the traffic is easier. There's less pollution overall. There's less murder, less theft, less crime happening. Things are just changing. Now, supposedly we're going to go back to normal soon. But do we really want to go back to the normal that we've had? Or do we want to make a better place for ourselves? God is good in all ways, and he has been gracious to us in the fact that we have given the planet time to take a break. He has given people the time to take a break and to spend time with their family and their loved ones. He has given different businesses a chance to have a break. In the food and beverage industry, it's unheard of to have Easter off. We were closed on Easter this year For the first year in my nearly 16 years of working there, we were closed. And other than when I broke my ankle, this is only the second time that I've had Easter off in the past 15 and a half years. That's a treat for a lot of people. Now, granted, they're not all making the money, but at the same time, they're getting a break. So when all that stress comes in, you're worried about making the money, you're worried about not getting your bills paid, you're worried about how are you going to make ends meet, how are you going to put food on the table, how are you going to take care of the kids, how are you going to keep a roof over your head. Rest in God. He is good. He is gracious. And He is always giving. If you ask Him for what you need and expect to get answers. But also just rest. This is the time when we look to His goodness and we look to His grace and we look to His mercy. And there's a difference between mercy and grace. Mercy is when we don't get what we deserve. Grace is when we get what we don't deserve. So, mercy, we deserve a whole lot worse for the way we have treated each other and the planet and our jobs and everything else that we have. Grace is that we're getting a rest when we deserve punishment. Look at this as a gracious time of rest for everyone. And turn your back toward Him. Turn to Him. Turn back to Him so that you can rest in His grace and in His mercy and in His goodness. And the world will be a better place because of it. So I hope this gives you a different way to look at this whole virus situation and the whole lockdown, quarantine thing, because sometimes we get so stuck in our head that we don't see things from any other angle. And I want you to see the beauty and the grace and the gift that this time can be if you give it the chance. He makes beauty from ashes, so let Him take your ashes and let Him make them beauteous. So I hope this has been encouraging to you, and if you want to give comments about what you're doing during your lockdown, I'd love to hear. I'm spending time with my dog and watching some shows that I hadn't caught up on and taking walks with him and doing some stuff around the house and making meals for myself. That's, not something I do as much when I'm at work. So a lot of good things are coming out of it. Feel free to leave comments and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can catch up on the other videos that are coming. All right. So until we see each other next time, I wish you have a blessed, blessed day. Thanks, y'all.